Okay, Assalamualaikum, selamat petang. So hari ni bersama dengan kami kita adalah live talk show untuk Malaysia Property. Kami saya Lukman dan juga Husni hari ini adalah co-founders of Big2 Bazaar. So kami dengan bangganya lah ingin mengumumkan bahawa kami adalah Gold sponsor. Untuk Malaysian Property Live Talk Show pada hari ini.
Betul.
So hari ini kita bersiaran langsung untuk menawarkan kepada anda hadiah yang berjumlah RM28,500.
Banyak tu.
Ya, sangat lumayan.
Dan semuanya fully sponsored by
Big2 Bazaar. Okey. So Steve, hari ni mungkin orang tertanya lah, dengan hadiah yang sangat lumayan ni, macam mana nak menang?
Ya, itu yang penting orang nak tahu.
So step ataupun dia punya langkah-langkah sangat mudah. Yang pertama, anda hanya perlu like FB page Malaysia Property dan juga Big2 Bazaar. Okey, yang kedua, anda kena share link live pada hari ini. Okey, share sebanyak mungkin
pada live pada hari ini.
Yang pertama kita nak increase lah the awareness of property knowledge itu.
Betul.
Dan juga yang kedua, kita nak memperkenalkan Big2 Bazaar.
Ya,
okey. Dan yang ketiga, anda hanya perlu jawab nanti kita akan ada soalan. Soalan cepu mas. Nantikan soalan-soalannya. Anda hanya perlu hantar ke nombor WhatsApp
0109164347. Simple sangat.
Dan jawapan yang anda hantar itu mesti disertakan sekali dengan nama penuh anda, nama Facebook anda dan juga email address anda. Okey. Dan pemenang akan dikira daripada penghantar yang terpantas.
Pantas sekali.
Dengan jawapan yang tepat dan betul.
Betul. So kalau pantas tak betul pun tak menang lah.
Jangan cepat saja, kena tepat dan betul.
Yep.
Anda akan tengok nanti kami akan utarakan soalan-soalan yang cepu mas nanti.
Betul.
Alright Husni. Dan kemudian pemenang-pemenang saudara pemenang akan diumumkan pada hari Isnin nanti, minggu depan lah. Alright, di FB Malaysian Property. So nanti kalau anda dah jawab, kena tunggulah hari Isnin. Dan kena sentiasa refresh lah FB page Malaysia Property untuk tahu siapakah pemenang-pemenang yang akan kami umumkan pada hari tersebut.
Betul Man.
Okey.
So ini yang kita tengok apa yang ada berada depan kita sekarang ini. Nampak lambakan durian. Digerai durian. Okey. Sempena ada live talk show ini. Okey, kami di sini ingin membuat promosi dan jualan jugalah.
Betul.
Di page kami di platform Big2 Bazaar di www.big2bazaar.com di mana kami menjual seperti anda nampak di depan ini. Okey, yang pertama, okey, ada produk Tupperware iaitu Sakura One Touch. Okey. Dan berisi durian.
I see.
Durian ni dengan berat bersih dia adalah 800 sehingga 900 gram. Okey, kita jual di platform kita, di WhatsApp kita dengan harga RM RM160
sahaja.
Wow. Sangat-sangat berbaloi ni.
800 ke 900 gram.
Berat ni. Saya pegang ni. Musang King bukan sebarangan durian. Saking. Ini yang pertama kami jual di website kami. Anda beli satu produk Tupperware Sakura One Touch ni, anda dapat fully durian dalam ni.
Durian. Maknanya kalau beli 800 ke 900 gram Musang King tadi, anda akan dapat. Biasanya kalau kita tengoklah sekarang ni ramai yang buat jualan seperti ini. Mereka akan letak dalam kontainer ataupun bekas yang biasa. Kita pula buat ataupun kita jual durian kita dengan kontainer daripada Tupperware.
Alright. Dan yang paling penting sekali, yang promotion yang paling menarik sekali apa? Di mana pada live talk show sekarang inilah, selepas ini kita akan beri 3 bekas Tupperware, nampak?
Saya pembeli ya.
1, 2, 3 tengok. Dah ada pembeli dah. Okey, kita dapat 1, 2, 3 dan di mana anda akan dapat satu juga bekas yang berisi durian Musang King dengan berat 800 ke 900 gram dengan harga yang sangat istimewa. Iaitu RM150 sahaja.
Cuma promosi ini akan tamat
berakhir sejurus selepas habis live talk show ini.
So kena cepat-cepat grab peluang ini.
Betul.
Okey, beli 3 Sakura One Touch harga RM150. Anda akan dapat satu bekas ini berisi Musang King yang berat bersih 800 ke 900 gram.
Betul.
Alright. Okey, so jangan lepaskan peluang ini. Betul. Okey, selepas ini kita akan ada live talk show bersama dengan Azlan Jaiz. So saya rasa kita boleh serahkan pentas ini kepada Azlan Jaiz untuk meneruskan live talk show beliau pada hari ini.
Okey.
So tapi jangan lupa.
Kita jumpa sebentar saja lagi.
Okay, untuk
Alright.
kita utarakan soalan-soalan yang cepumas itu.
Okey.
Jangan lupa bersama
Tunggu
kami lagi selepas
ini.
ini.
Welcome to Avenza, which gives you the ability to record and file note client phone calls, face-to-face meetings, and video conferences within minutes. A revolutionary clienting engagement technology platform that captures every word said during any discussion. With Avenza, you can focus more on the client conversation without getting interrupted because of manually writing or typing notes. Avenza will automatically live record, transcribe, and sync the conversation with your CRM. This allows you to dynamically delegate next steps across your team while you get on with the rest of your day. With the whole conversation being recorded, transcribed, maintaining compliance standards and record keeping allows you to save time and money during audit and investigative processes. What's more, since 2003, Avenza has been helping businesses in Southeast Asia take advantage of further advanced process automation, while applying powerful analytics to gauge client satisfaction, client sentiment themes, and identifying training opportunities across your entire team. We work closely with you to create new and more productive work habits and operating processes so that you can focus on doing what you do best. To leverage the events, the process, the technology expertise, get in touch with us today.
ProSales is an end-to-end PropTech solution for property developers. ProSales offer property sales booking system, ProCRM for leads management, ProFix for property defect management system, and ProBilling for billing and collection management. ProSales was established in 2015. It's a PropTech company that certified with MSC status in 2017. In 2019, ProSales became a member of Malaysia PropTech Association. By June 2019, ProSales officially entered the commissions market. Within 1 year, it's enjoying rapid growth of 300%. In September, ProSales was awarded with a Golden Bull Award, emerging SME for its tremendous growth and success. ProSales was also nominated for the Innovative Technology Award in PropTech Solution by IBR Asia Group. ProSales offer the most suitable digitalization solutions for properties developers. Get in touch with us now at enquiry@infradigitals.com.my.
Okay, thank you so much to our gold sponsor, Big Two Bazaar. And this session is brought to you by Avanza. Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to all viewers out there. Thank you so much for tuning in with us in this lovely Saturday afternoon. I'm Azlan Jaiz, your moderator for today. Now you are watching Malaysian Property Virtual Talk Show, and this is the second episode. So before we start our topic today, let me remind to all viewers out there, there is a total of 100 prizes inclusive of iPhone 12 Pro Max, smart TV, laptop and vouchers to be given away to the winners of our extravaganza quiz later at the end of the session. So in order for you to win these prizes, all you need to do is, number one, you need to like Malaysian Property Facebook page and Big Two Bazaar Facebook page. Second, you need to share this talk show on your Facebook. You need to answer the simple questions thrown by a Big Two Bazaar at the end of the session. And the reply has to be sent via WhatsApp to this number, 010-916-4347, together with your full name, your Facebook name, and your email address. The fastest of you sending the message with the correct answer, will be the winner. Of course, terms and conditions apply. Winners will be announced on Malaysian Property FB page on the following Monday. Oh yeah, one more thing. Don't forget to scan the QR code for you to receive the 25 ringgit worth of vouchers from our gold sponsor, Big Two Bazaar. Thank you so much, Big Two Bazaar, for supporting us. Okay, please let this session be more happening by giving us thumbs up, likes, love from now until the end of the session. So if you have any comments, please drop down your comments in the comment section. Okay, our topic, as you know, go digital, work from home, manage your sales online remotely and safely. In general, COVID-19 has pushed the property industry towards the adoption of innovative technologies from PropTech. As you can see now, property demand is still strong, but sales currently are slowing down, mostly because of movement restriction, SOP, and also social distancing. Yet, this is the best time for you to buy the properties. Another thing is, visitation to show unit has become problematic due to social distancing and movement control measures. Today, we are going to discuss on what I've mentioned just now and about how PropTech could help property developers and real estate agents to overcome these challenges. So we will see how digital transformation of the usual way of carrying on property business and a transaction has been moved online and how it's possible to manage it remotely, comfortably, and in absolute safety, aka work from home. Okay, to reply to all these pressing questions, we have the privilege to have with us today as our panelists, Mr. Alfred Tan, the Regional Director of Avanza. Okay, for your information, Avanza has been providing since more than 15 years comprehensive remote working technology compatible with existing phone systems. Okay, today Alfred will share with us how technology applied to communication, then help to connect the prospect buyers, and last but not least, to reduce inefficiencies in leads call handling. In other words, how to get all leads to become hot, from cold leads to hot leads, with the ultimate goal of increasing a sales conversation. And the other panelist is Mr. Chua Huai Che, the CEO of ProSales. And for information, ProSales is an extremely functional, user-friendly, and social distancing-proof mobile app for property developer. ProSales is a fully integrated digital A to Z solution to ease the booking, sales, SPA, billing, delivery of vacant possession, and a property defect management journey. So Chua will tell us how smart technology has allowed property developers to carry on business as usual by selling their projects and delivering vacant possession of the completed units of the in a total contactless way. Okay, which is a very safe way during these trying times when everyone is practicing social distancing and trying to remain at home as much as possible. Yeah. So for the kickstart, I will throw the first question to Alfred. By the way, Alfred, how are you?
Well, just like everybody, I'm stuck right now at home, but I'm excited with the situation that, there's a lot of encouragement where we see that our client is basically moving into digitalization and really looking forward for more of this participation from the industry.
Yeah, I understand. So thank you so much for being with us today, Alfred. So the first question is, okay, work flexibility with safety is what we need today. Yeah, with all the many movement and social distancing limitation enforced. So what would be relevant to property developers and real estate agencies to remain competitive in this challenging market situation? So perhaps that you can share with us your opinion.
Aslan, thank you for your questions. And
you're welcome.
First of all, I would like to share that there is no secret to competitive. It's purely passion and hard work. Another is a quote from my mentor, John Maxwell: practice does not make perfect. Practice with evaluation makes perfect. What I'm proposing to property developers is to take ownership with your customer experience by using technology and encourage the participation of your employees to do the same by experiencing what they do with your customer. It's nothing new. We all know that those who stay competitive are those who constantly lead their organization to serve customer well and measure them. Ask yourself during this MCO, how many missed calls do you have? How do you know if your leads being followed through? Those are the basic few questions that I normally ask business owners, because our statistics shows in the first half of 2020, nearly 55% increase in inbound missed calls, because most of them are not in the office, right? And more than 50% of those leads was not followed through. Just imagine that you generate tons and tons of leads, but nobody's followed through. It's because, again, nobody is in the office, or if they are at home, nobody knows are they followed through. So that translates into ringgit that you spend and the marketing, and all the sales opportunity that is lost. Anyway, last year in MCO 1.0, our property clients closed more than 1,000 deals because their sales team did a wonderful job by following through their leads and constantly measuring their performance. All this made possible by an app that is integrated into CRM or booking system like ProSales here, so that you don't have to spend more on hardware and software.
Okay. So, Alfred, so I'm quite surprised. I mean, since the MCO 1.0, I mean, one of the agencies can convert, okay, the leads from cold leads to hot leads, and lastly, they convert, okay, the leads to 1,000 sales. It's truly amazing, basically. And I love the practice makes perfect. Okay, basically, it's a common phrase, okay, but practice make perfect basically is what you have to do, right, Alfred?
Practice with evaluation makes perfect.
Yeah.
That's the missing part of what I believe today, because a lot of time the real estate agent or the customer experience or your salespeople basically fail to do is to really represent that commitment and really bringing that confidence again to meet up with the customer and bring that out. So that's very important today, to practice makes with the evaluation makes perfect.
Okay, so the continuation of the first question, Alfred. So what are the possible outcomes of shifting communication, sales presentation, and even property booking from an offline practice, okay, to an outbound future, okay, which might be possible pros and cons that you can share with us?
Yes. The pros, of course, is safer for both parties today because, social distancing. And the cons, basically, this has been discussed with many of my clients when we met up last year. And most of them saying that, because of lack of human experience, these are the excuses that they're giving to us that, because of lack of human experience, that's why they are not willingly to venture into this technology. But I've really wanted to say this. To a certain extent, I agree that we're dealing with human. But for many customers, the experience to sales gallery can fill them with anxiety too. It's the same with online. It's the same with online, you see? So it's not just science we are talking about here. We're talking about an art. Buyers wants to feel safe. And it's the customer experience or the real estate agent, again, their roles is to help them to be confident, to develop trust for the next step. Now, our statistics shows this. Up to minimum 8 times, the CE or the RA, we call it here, need to contact their leads for rapport building conversation, to develop trust, and to invite them to collaborate, to earn those sales. So I would say the challenge is the willingness to change is the most important point here.
Okay. I will throw the same question to Chua. Perhaps you can share with us what are possible pros and cons, throughout these issues, basically.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Aslan. Yeah, just like Alfred already mentioned that actually all this is the most of the possible outcome of shifting all this communication and even the presentation from offline to online. Then for my side, actually, I will just let the audience I will just summarize some pros and cons by switching this offline practice to the online. I think one of the biggest advantage is actually the flexibility. Yeah, like we all know that actually on the physical show unit, right, you need to go to the location. You are only able to view all these things physically, right? And this is what the technology can actually helping the property agent or even the property developer to let them stay active or stay connection with the public. This is how the technology actually provide the flexibility. Like instead of a face-to-face meeting that often like difficult to pick a time or even the places that will suit for everyone. And then it will be much more easier by using the virtual meeting so that whenever there is a need from the prospect, they can immediately send a link to them. Then they can do the presentation directly one-to-one. And then by using this method, actually it comes with another advantage, which is the so-called the interruption. It will be lower down the interruption or even the distraction. Like example, we all know that during launching or maybe during there's an event at the physical show unit, there'll be a lot of people, right? Then from there, if let's say the agent or the developer trying to sell their project, it will have at least some of the interruption or distraction from the environment. And this is how the technology actually can try to eliminate this thing. Yeah, and the last thing, like what I mentioned just like the flexibility, right? And then from this flexibility, you can just forget about the traffic jam. So you don't need to go to the place, go to the show unit. You need to jam for half a minute or even one hour. Yeah, to go to the location. Yeah, this is actually the advantage of the technology today. But although there's advantage, of course there will be some disadvantage also. But using all this shifting from offline to online, the main cons, is actually all this presentation or all this communication need to rely on the internet connection. Yeah, like you need a good internet connection to actually hold this sales presentation. Then everyone need to have their internet connection to be ready. And then if let's say there's any poor signal, then everything will be just messed up and goes wrong. Okay, then another disadvantage that I feel that is this might be a con, but it might be a pros also, is that we can't really see each other. Like for the physical contact, actually we will be a less interaction compared to the physical, because they are using all this online technology. It will only just the visual and audio, just like what we do today. Is the visual and audio. But from there, what the technology do is on top of these cons, they can actually try to provide some of the extra thing. Like actually we can just make the making all the presentation more interesting, or how we can make the presentation more interactive.
Okay, understand. I do agree on. We try to avoid the disruption of from the environment, basically. Yeah, because previously in sales, okay, we know that the disruption of environment is one of the main issue, especially when it comes to the showroom. Okay, when they have launching or whatnot. So there's a lot of people out there. So your client basically will like see left and right and whatnot. So basically using the technology currently, okay, so basically they will reduce the disruption. So I do agree on that, basically, Chua. Okay, so thank you so much on your opinion on pros and cons. Okay, we'll move to the next question, Chua. So let's talk about visualization. Okay, I know that your Pro Sales currently mobile apps comes with the option of uploading the full set of marketing collateral. Yeah, so this is of course includes a visual technology. Okay, tools such as visual tour and 3D walkthrough. Okay, so can you tell us some virtual reality or VR a success story from those industry players who have implemented ahead of others? Okay, perhaps you can share with us.
Yeah, sure, Aslan. Yeah, okay. We all know that actually the lockdown, okay, MCO, no matter is 1.0 and 2.0 today, actually it impacts a lot for the property developer, especially for those new project launching. Like today, you can see that there will be no property event, no MAPEX, no roadshow at the shopping mall for them. Then actually everyone is experiencing the same condition. Okay, they are experiencing the same situation, but this is what they differentiate that one property developer and another developer. Some of them actually they're looking for the solution. Some of them they are actually just sitting there praying to the God and then say, "Hey, can you please help me or not?" Yeah. So actually, this is how they actually they have to be more active to look for the solution. And here comes the virtual technology. Okay, for this virtual and technology, like just now what Aslan you mentioned about the virtual tour and 3D walkthrough, it's not the something new in the property industry. It's just that just before the MCO, it's not being widely used only because everyone also know there's such thing in the market, right? But during this COVID-19, this pandemic period, it's like an accelerator for the industry to really go and look into this solution and then really go and adapt this solution and leverage it into their sales and marketing strategy. Okay, like today you can see that everyone also I believe that I think almost 90% of the property developer already using this so-called the 360, the virtual tour, even the virtual show unit. Right? Then from my client, actually they will start asking, "Hey, Chua, what is so special about your solution?" As everyone actually is doing the same thing. And then the answer for me is actually, instead of you just showing all these virtual thing, we actually provide one more thing is called the integrated with the Zoom and also the integrated with the Avancer. Okay, this is how we actually, on top of this virtual technology, we providing a communication technology there. So just let me give you an example. If let's say today I'm the property agent, I receive a call, okay, like, hey, Mr. Alfred, oh, you are very interested in this project. Okay, it's okay. Let me share you the detail. Then I just share everything, all these detail in the link for them. But if let's say you do it in this way, actually, I can guarantee you will very, very hard to close the sales just by sending all these detail through the WhatsApp. And this is how we are working with the Avancer. Okay, we provide a communication channel for them. So that through this communication channel, tag along with all this virtual technology, they can directly on the spot do the sales presentation. Okay. So because they're actually we are not talking about buying a few hundred ringgit product in the e-commerce website. Yeah, we are actually talking about buying few 100,000 product. Okay, it's few 100,000 product. Just like what Alfred just now got mentioned. We have to develop the trust between the prospect. We have to build the confidence for them. Yeah. So instead of you just watching a few photos, I believe that they won't simply buying the few thousand property just watching on the photo, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that even the public today also same one.
Yeah.
So actually, it's not easy to convince a prospect to buy from you just by sharing the detail. You need to know that how to maximize the advantage of the virtual technology and what is the the extra add-on technology can trying to make the presentation more interactive and interesting. Then, and you know what, actually, based on our solution that we provide our client, not only for the communication technology, but we are actually also trying to gamify the so-called the virtual show unit. Yeah, like just like example, you are playing the game, you can just walk inside the virtual tour by using the joystick instead of you just click on the button. Or actually you can, or even that you are able to do the switching between the furniture, or even that you can switch between different of the so-called the furnished package. Then even some of the client, they are also can using the so-called the virtual show unit, the virtual floor plan to discuss even their feng shui, how to put the furniture. Yeah. So and yeah. And this is how our solution actually helping the client to make their sales presentation success. By providing a very strong customer experience solution to try to boost the prospect confidence, and then from there they can close the sales easily.
Okay. So thank you so much, Shua, for your answer, for your opinion on that. Okay. So once again, I need to remind all of you out there. Okay. By the way, thank you so much for being with us today. And then don't forget to give like, thumbs up, and also love. Okay, to make sure our live session today is more happening. Okay. So don't forget, another thing is, okay, you need to stay with us till the end of the session, because our gold sponsor, okay, Big Two Bazaar, will throw to you the question, so you will have the chance, okay, to win all prizes, okay, 100 prizes worth 28,500 ringgit. Okay, so once again, thank you so much for Big Two Bazaar. So before we'll come to the quiz, once again, I will remind you to like Malaysian Property FB page, and also Big Two Bazaar FB page. So, okay, we'll continue with our session today. So, Alfred, so perhaps that you can advise, you can have some advice, okay, to professionals out there using virtual communication with their prospect, perhaps, and how, okay, from your personal experience, does the public react to this innovative technology? Yeah, of course, some of them, okay, basically old school. Yeah, we cannot deny it. Okay, so perhaps that you can share with us from your personal experience, Alfred.
Thank you again for that question, Aslan. Well, the only advice I can give is be human. Technology is just a medium or a channel for us to communicate, but people don't buy what you do and how you do it. People buy because of positive experience, confidence, and trust. Now, your brand alone will not able to provide that. You need word of mouth, so that more you engage, you practice, you evaluate, you will know if the public is confident, and do ask them for referrals. This is one of the most important thing that I think sales sort of neglect doing. Ask for referrals, spread the news, and many will be pleased. Now, Avanza, besides providing technology platform, our business also providing business process outsource, or BPO. We do calls, we filter the leads, we set up appointment, and in many of those situations, we set those appointments for this RA, for this customer experience officer. You realize every time when they go online, it's very, very, very different experience, because right now when they are ready, they don't have to be, in a way, nervous to do that. When they're more ready to do that virtual tour, we see more bookings because of the experience. Now, that's why we believe that, that process, the earlier process, to really bring that relationship between your customer and the RA, or the customer experience, is very important process. Bring it up. So that's why we actually focus on this 4 points in our value. Everywhere we go, as a consultant, as our business, we focus on this 4 points. Number 1, if you can measure it, you can improve. 2, constantly think of business process. Open up your mind, right? And that's the second point of value. Third, when you create a KPI, I find it sad, because in Malaysia, we practice so much of what we call we call it incentive, and also the carrot and the stick, right? But we do believe in carrot and the salt, because salt is representing as a way to help us to learn. So all this information, by practicing, by evaluating, it's to sort your experience, to learn from it. And of course, when you do it right, you create it as a constantly, or what the Japanese word is kaizen, constantly improve. Okay, so again, embrace change by thinking differently. Practice, evaluate to be perfect, and of course, just now as I mentioned, be human.
Okay, so sorry, excuse me, sorry for my voice currently. So be human, right? Okay, so I believe in every aspect, in what we call that technology. Okay, we need to be human. Okay.
Yeah, if I may,
okay.
Sadly to say, because we basically also, besides
Yeah.
consulting, we also basically doing training to those professional, and among those, we realize after listening from the way they present themselves, they talk to the clients. Sadly to say, many professionals in Malaysia, I would say that they're still being like what we call order takers, which they rush buyers to make decision. But what we did, in our services, they're supposed to provide, service and confidence. Because before people buy, people want to know, and confident with you. And that's why the VR, the technology is basically helping you to provide more information. And very importantly, it's a position to help them to be more confident in you. So you need to understand all this innovation, virtual tour, bookings, is to help and to provide more experience. And I believe it's going to be here to stay.
Okay, understand. Okay, we're back to Chua. Okay, for the next question, basically, as I know, Pro Sales comes with Profix, which is a vacant possession and defect management solution. So during the whole 2020, developers had to deliver completed units, right? Okay, from their projects. So can you tell us how Profix solution has been helping developers and buyers going virtual in this delicate milestone of a property handover process? Okay, any success story that you can share with us, Chua?
Yeah. Thanks, Aslan, for the question. Yeah, it's a success story again. I love sharing my success story. Like during the whole 2020, the first MCO, even during the IMCO, CMCO, it's really a nightmare for all those developers that are going to hand over their project to the buyer, because they need to deal with the so-called the new normal, deal with all those SOP provided by the government, and at the same time they need to avoid the delay schedule of the delivery. Okay. So at the time that many developers actually starting to asking me, hey, Chua, so do you think that I'm still able to proceed my handover even during this CMCO or the IMCO, the movement control restriction period? Then my answer is for them is actually, why not? You got me to back you up, right? And from there, actually I just summarized the two biggest factors, that they are actually facing on that time, but actually not on that time, even now also the same. The first thing actually is the communication issue. The communication that need to be do during the handover, during the appointment. And then the second thing is of course the social distancing. This is where our Profix has come in. We help them to digitalize their traditional handover process. Just like the appointment will be just like what you book your cinema or your bus ticket. You just select the date, select the time, click book, think that everything is already done. Even the appointment already done. Then so whenever come to the appointment date, then even the handover, we also even digitalize the whole checklist. You no longer need to take the paper to work here, work there, tour the homeowner. Everything is just inside the mobile app. And this is really helping them to solve the communication issue. That if let's say there's anything happen, there's a digital copy there. Everything just go to the mobile app. And from there, we extend and practicing the so-called the DIY, the do-it-yourself defect management practice. Homeowner no longer need to go to management office to submit the physical physical defect form. Yeah, everything can be done inside the mobile apps. Yeah. And what is surprisingly is that all the submitted defect record can be easily organized and even be able to automatically assign to the contractor. I can say that throughout this whole defect submission process, there is no physical interaction between the developer and the owner, and even we are minimize the physical interaction between the developer and also the contractor. Everyone is just referred to the system. Everything is there already. So from there, we actually helping them to solve their so-called their biggest issue, so that they are able to just operate and even the delivery or handover just as usual, without any impact for the MCO. And I can also proudly say that you want the success story, right? I can proudly say that during last year, the whole 2020, actually helping, I think around nine or 10 projects. I think up to 5,000 or 6,000 units, if I not remember wrongly, is using our solution to help them to do this handover process and also the defect management.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much, Shua. Okay. For you to share with viewers out there. Yeah. Perhaps that some of the developers also watching our live session today. Okay. So basically, this question will throw to Alfred. Yeah. So often we hear that young buyers, public, basically, use deep impact of technology on their life. Okay. It's quite easy to adapt. Okay, to the new visual communication style. Okay, what about the seasoned prospect? As I mentioned previously, for like older people, yeah. So can you share with us the experience that you have, okay, with the 50s and above? It's a very specific age, basically, okay. Either your client group, okay, or purchaser group, and let our audience know that how they interact or reacting to this new technology. Perhaps you can share with us.
Aslan, another good question that you asked. And honestly, we don't have enough data, and I believe we can't even generalize that. Okay. Based on our last year results, where most of our client is not even ready with the virtual gallery, buyers still able to make wise decisions by looking at PDF document, pre-recorded videos. So I believe today with many property players with their own version of VR gallery, which not only provide more choice to audience, to experience, but it's a brand statement. Matured buyers tends to look at the effort and the brand statement for a long-term investment. So Avanza can track offline campaign like billboards, buntings, newspaper. These are the normal channel, those category of people, those people that you mentioned, right? But with the online, we also track those call to actions like Google campaign, Facebook, Instagram, and all kinds of digital campaign. Be surprised. Our audience for property, we also, comes to that category of age of 40s to 60s. So my suggestion is to focus on the buying power, the demographic, and the persona, where you can develop better content and channels to really, target them. That is why it's very important to understand that it's not just a platform that we provide or the tools that we basically given so that your salespeople can improve their sales. But such an information actually build the persona of who is your buyer. Okay, so my partner here, Chua, will be able to explain further how those information that we integrate together can provide more and enrich persona information of each of those people who come and look for you. You see, those are the ways that we actually know how to measure them and how to improve.
Okay, understand. Okay, so basically 2021 and beyond, okay, as per WHO statement, okay, no matter what, okay, if a new pandemic will hit the world, okay, do you think that all the changes, okay, brought in by the past year, okay, health crisis caused by COVID-19, okay, should be looked as a new beginning of how the property business will be carried on in the years to come. So perhaps, Alfred, you can share with us.
We have to accept before the pandemic, we're already in a digital crisis.
Okay.
What I mean by that is a lot of industries actually disrupt because of the digital transformation that requires every business to embrace technology and be empowered and constantly think differently. What I'm saying is consumer is getting smarter. We are bombarded with so many choice today.
Okay.
Example of how you measure marketing and advertising campaign, you really measure them based on, like return on advertising spending, the thing that we call ROAS. Do you measure them cost per leads? These are few things that, really change the way we measure things, the way we see improvement. Today with technology, we can provide those information, but if you don't see them in sales conversion, we tend to more likely not measure the offline activities through your leads management. So let me probably demonstrate that with, I'm going to open up the Pro Sales apps and with the Avanza built in, so I can call my friend here so that we can actually hear and see what his feedback from here.
Yes, please.
Hi, Mr. Ng. Yes, this is Alfred from Avanza. Can you share with us this leads management technology and the online virtual gallery, the booking, that helps you in your OCR business? Yeah, hold on. I'm just going to put you into the speaker. Yeah, hold on. Hold on, yeah.
Hi, Alfred. Hey, thanks for calling. We always wonder if we do enough to help our sales team with the leads that we have, because we believe that we got great products to offer. But of course, due to the MCO, we have to turn it to technology to provide more avenue for our sales to engage and learn what they experience. Now, at first, by listening to the customer experience, we immediately noticed that our team need more training, and that is why that your tools, we engage you guys to provide the tools to help our sales staff, the ability to listen to the client's needs. Now, the virtual gallery and the booking simply extend that experience, which we hope to be confident in our product. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Ng. All right, really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. That was Mr. C.Y. Ng, the General Manager from OCR Group Berhad.
Okay.
And we do believe many more clients will embrace digital technologies to help them, because it's really something that is going to change the entire landscape in property.
Okay, so by the way, thank you so much, Alfred, for sharing this the real experience, I think. Yeah. Okay, so perhaps at Chua, you can add up some of the information. I think. Do you think that
sure.
should we look as a new beginning on how property business will be carried on for years to come?
Yeah, of course. This is since the COVID-19 pandemic, since the MCO 1.0, and then this is it can be said as a new beginning, but this is what we call it as the new normal. Okay, and the new normal actually is now, or is today, and the environment is actually changing very fast along with the market. Okay, all changes that what you mentioned just now is actually how you react to the environment and what you adapt to make sure you are fit in the current market and fit for the current environment. But of course, you can actually adapt slowly, but just make sure you don't adapt too late, because since everyone is already using the same thing, but you are not using, imagine that, during the war, everyone is already using the gun to fight. Yet you are still, if let's say you are still there to use the sword, how you are going to fight with others, right?
Exactly.
I think that I think even for the public, most of the public also agree with me, right? If you guys really agree to me, you just give me a 5 inside the chat there. If you don't want to carry your mini sword and fight with the enemy that carrying all the bazooka, even the machine gun, Yeah, I believe that there will be no one want to experience this. It's a very, very bad experience. Yeah, so for my opinion, that actually I just saw it down, okay, like digital transformation, okay, is a must today. And it's not actually all those the developer or the property business owner, they are and they are not really seeing this digital information as a short-term investment, but you have to treat it as a long-term investment that you can make sure your property business is able to sustain in the market. And this, in fact, that based on what we have experienced for the last MCO 1.0 and even MCO 2.0 today, what we see during this tough time, technology is the only thing that can really get us closer when we are apart. And it's just a matter of time, whether you embrace it, the technology first, or your competitor. Okay.
Okay, so thank you so much for both of you for sharing us your thought and experience, your real experience for today. So perhaps that I can invite for both of you to do a closing remarks, okay, for our audience out there. So we start with Mr. Alfred.
Thank you again, Aslan, for this opportunity, and also I'd like to actually also thank the Malaysian Property and the audience that listening. You know, we all in this together. We're all in this situation right now. But the only thing that I like to invite everybody is not just, you know, taking a step back and relax and do nothing about it. We really already gone through that last year in 2020. Right now is the right time where we basically need to stand up and you know, I wouldn't want to use the word, you know, a new norm. We're already there, right? The only thing is embrace, take the challenge, and we need to move. And of course, I like to agree with my partner here, Chua, was saying that, you know, like having a sword and all so on. I would like to reinstate this again. It's a brand statement, because today in property, I'm a buyer, just like you do. Before we buy any property, your brand statement really makes it important. So all the audience here will agree with me, because before they buy, who is this property developer again? You know, if they don't know you, means they don't know you, right? So even though you probably offer a very good price, people don't have that confidence. Then you will lose in this particular opportunity. So that's why the embracing the technology today is providing even more opportunity for people to know you. All right. So that's where this technology can help you. At the same time, it's also helping our society to be more, you know, aware through technology, through all these things. And I like to quote what Joe was earlier mentioning regarding fix, which I was asking. I said, where were you 10 or 15 years ago? You know, the reason why is because I don't know about you, but I'm a property buyer as well. I'm those who actually invest in it. So every time we have to buy, you know, when we have this process of vacant possession, you know, it's like very irritating, because it's like the agent that taking care of us is like keep on looking at their watch, you know, how long it's going to take, right? But with this technology, I don't have to be rushed. I pick up my apps, I bring my golf ball, right? I just walk around and I just do, and I can spend hours and hours in, you know, in my own property just to look at all this, you know, and make my complaint. Now, is part of what this digitalization is going to help you and I, buyers who felt that I'm not going to be rushed. I want to be happy. I want to enjoy my new home or my new investment. So all this basically can bring, you know, all this experience can enrich our experience, and really it brings positiveness to your brand too. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Alfred, for sharing your thought and as a closing remarks also. Okay, so how about you, Chua? Perhaps that we can do some closing remarks, and maybe you can share something to our audience before we end our session today.
Yeah, sure, Aslan. Yeah, just firstly, I would like to thank the Malaysian Property for inviting me to share my experience and some of my success story. That I do agree that for the Alfred, like we at the digital marketing industry, there is one quote called "the content is king," right? So all marketing actually the content is very important, but even that, if let's say you got the really very good content, very good marketing material, but if you without any communication channel to really market your content, it will be useless. because nobody will know what you have.
Yeah,
And this is how we actually partner with Adventure. With our side, we actually providing all the solution to provide the best content for the best marketing tools for the developer. And through the Adventure, we are able to connect with all the public and connect with all the prospect. And this is how we actually need to make we just what we say that we make the things done. Okay, how we actually help the developer to make sure they are able to stay active, stay competitive in the market. So I think this is just a very quick advice for all those property business owner. Okay, do not sit in front of the table watching on this Zoom and then just pray, just keep on praying and waiting for the COVID-19 disappear or waiting for any miracle to happen. Because what Alfred mentioned just now is a very right thing. The time will never be the so-called just right time. There's no right timing. Okay, the best time actually is now. So that for you, instead of you just sitting there, just try to making your first step. Maybe looking for your nearby. Is it any technology consultant or any technology provider? Get some advice from them. I believe that they will be very likely to give you the so-called free advice. You can just learn from them how to digitalize the way you do your business, or even moving your business from offline to online. And I also hope that actually you guys will really beneficial from what me and also my partner Alfred sharing today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for both of you. A big thank you for sharing all your experience again. Okay, so now I will pass to our gold sponsor, Big2 Bazaar, to remind all the viewers out there, okay, on the rules and regulations for this quiz, and they will share with you guys what are the questions. And now I will pass to them.
Okey, terima kasih. Alright, terima kasih kepada Azlan atas perbincangan yang sangat menarik tadi sebenarnya ni.
Ya, betul.
Berkenaan dengan properti dan teknologi.
Betul.
Okey, so sekarang ni tadi kita dah sebut di awal siaran tadi kita nak berikan hadiah yang sangat lumayan, tapi kena jawab soalan.
Mungkin ini yang semua tunggu-tunggulah. Daripada tadi dia stay tengok nak menangi hadiah ni.
Okey, so kita ingatkan sekali lagi macam mana cara untuk
untuk menangi hadiah ni.
Simple saja. Yang pertama anda hanya perlu like FB page Malaysia Property dan Big2 Bazaar. Okey, yang kedua kena share lah. Okey, live kita pada hari ini.
Banyak mana pun tak apa.
Betul.
Jangan risau.
Banyak lagi baguslah. Betul. Okey, yang ketiga, jawapan yang anda jawab nanti, yang mana tak sabar ni, okey, anda perlu hantar ke 010 9164347. Okey, tapi kena ingat sertakan jawapan anda dengan nama penuh. Yang kedua nama FB anda, dan juga yang ketiga
adalah email address anda.
Okey, dan pemenang akan dikira daripada penghantar yang terpantas.
Betul.
Dengan jawapan yang tepat. Jangan lupalah. Cepat. Salah pula.
Mungkin sekarang dah ramai dah standby. So mungkin laptop di depan, dah buka WhatsApp web tu.
Satu pegang phone ni, tiga nak type ABC je contoh. So kena siap sedia dah. Okey. So
sebelum tu mungkin kita boleh umumkan dulu apa hadiah-hadiah.
Okey, boleh. Alright, so hadiah-hadiah yang kita tawarkan untuk first prize. First prize ialah 1 unit iPhone 12 Pro Max.
Betul.
Kita dah pernah bagi dulu waktu 12 time dulu, masih ingat. Alright. Dan yang kedua, kita ada 2 unit Sharp 60 inch 60 inci
UHD. Yang paling
Smart
penting.
TV. Daripada Sharp lah.
2 unit
dua pemenang. Dan yang ketiga, kita ada HP ProBook Notebook.
Dan kali pemenang ini kepada 3 pemenang.
Alright. So maknanya
satu yang paling besar satu, kedua 2 dan yang ketiga 3 pemenang.
Dan untuk pemenang yang seterusnya, kita fahamlah sekarang ni mungkin beramai yang mengambil participation untuk menjawab soalan nanti, mungkin first prize contohnya. Okey, seorang pemenang saja. Tetapi untuk yang 30 orang pemenang yang seterusnya
kita akan bagi voucher percuma bernilai RM50 daripada Big2 Bazaar.
So sama jugalah untuk second prize dan juga untuk third prize.
So jangan putus asa lah. Anda cuba je. Mungkin anda tetap menjadi pemenang. Sebab kita bagi lagi 30 pemenang selepas itu.
Okey, so siap sedia? Okey, masa yang ditunggu-tunggu. Alright. Okay. Soalan yang pertama, tapi ini adalah untuk third prize question
dulu. Kita akan bagi soalan yang third prize question
dulu. So untuk first prize kita akan simpan dulu. Okay, so kena siap sedia.
Sebab hadiah terlalu lumayan. Kita pun berdebar-debar ni.
Alright. Saya tengok pun saya nak jawab tak boleh lah. Okay. Untuk third prize question. Okay. Which of the following is a durian name?
Wah.
So ada pilihan A, B, C.
Betul.
So A ialah Lion King,
B adalah Musang King dan C
King Kong. Soalan ni kita dah pernah tanya dulu.
Maksudnya kita live dekat Big to Bazaar tu pernah tanya. Kita repeat balik.
So soalan bocor lah ni sebenarnya.
Bukan sebab apa kita repeat balik, sebab ada orang tetap menjawab jawapan yang salah.
Ada salah
ada. Kita nak uji lagi ni.
So jangan lupa jawapan yang anda nak hantar tadi, hantar ke nombor WhatsApp 009164344.
Sekarang cepat.
Kita tengah menanti, kru kita sebenarnya tengah menanti jawapan-jawapan daripada anda.
Mungkin kita boleh ulang sekali lagi. Okay, which of the following is durian name?
So A, Lion King. B, Musang King. Dan C, King Kong. Alright. Sementara Husni, kita menunggu kita punya viewers lah untuk menjawab soalan. Mungkin Husni boleh terangkan sikit lah tentang
sekali lagi kita ulang di mana kita di platform Big to Bazaar juga. Kita ada jual durian. Di mana sekiranya anda membeli durian, anda akan dapat free kita bagi. Iaitu satu produk Tupperware Sakura One Touch.
Dengan durian ni adalah Musang King. Okey, dengan berat bersihnya adalah 800 hingga 900 gram. Boleh nampak ya. Wah, kita ulang sekali lagi. Mungkin ada yang baru join tengok. RM160 di platform Big to Bazaar. Mungkin yang baru first time nak tengok, nak dengar. So anda boleh dari website www.big2bazaar.com. Wah, saya tengok pun perut ni dah berkeroncong. Sabar. Okay. Alright. So pembelian RM160 ini, anda beli dengan berat bersih 800 hingga 900 gram, anda akan dapat kontainer ataupun bekas makanan daripada Tupperware.
Bukan bekas kontainer biasa.
Betul.
Tupperware lagi.
Biasanya orang letak bekas makanan yang biasa. Yang plastik biasalah. Kita berikan Sakura One Touch.
One Touch lagi.
Okay, Husni. So mungkin kita boleh beralih ke soalan kedua.
Boleh. Silakan Loman.
Soalan ketiga, soalan yang untuk second prize.
Second prize.
So who is silver sponsor for Malaysian Property 2021 Talk Show?
Wow.
Silver sponsor.
Silver sponsor.
Gold
Siapa?
Sponsor kita tahu.
Gold sponsor kita tahu.
Siapakah silver sponsor untuk Malaysian Property Talk Show 2021?
Okay.
A ialah Avancer. Or B, no one. Senangnya soalan. Okey. So jangan lupa jawapan mesti dihantar ke 010-916-4347.
Cepat.
Beserta dengan nama penuh.
Okey.
Nama penuh anda lah.
Nama Facebook anda dan juga email address anda. Cepat. Sebab anda menang apa kalau anda menang untuk second prize ni?
Second prize ini kita akan berikan Sharp 60 inci
UHD. Smart TV. 60 inci tu. Bukan kecil-kecil.
Macam wayang kat rumah. Jadi macam wayang kat rumah kita. So cepat hantar ke nombor 010-916-4347. Okay, sementara kita punya viewers menjawab soalan yang sangat cukup emas ni. Okey. Mungkin boleh terangkan tentang promotion kita yang sangat istimewa.
Hanya untuk pada ketika live ketika ini saja.
Betul.
Di mana sekiranya anda membeli 3 unit produk Tupperware Sakura One Touch ni, anda akan dapat satu bekas yang berisi durian. Sama juga dengan berat bersih 800 hingga 900 gram dengan harga Musang King dengan harga
RM150.
Hanya pada masa kita bersiaran ini saja. Kalau tak lepas ni dah tak ada promotion ni. Anda bukan dapat bekas ini satu, anda dapat lagi dua. Seperti anda tengok di depan ni dengan harga RM150. Siapa tak nak?
So pembelian mestilah mesti dibuat di platform kami.
Sama di platform kami juga.
big2bazaar.com.
Dari cepat, beli cepat.
Beli 3 kami akan berikan
anda beli 3, anda akan dapat terus satu bekas yang berisi durian Musang King. Dengan harga RM150. Cepat, berapa minit lagi kita tinggal ni sebenarnya.
Betul, kita akhiri siaran langsung kita pada hari ini.
Wow.
Okay, alright. soalan ataupun
kita jantung kita pula yang
okey,
dudap.
masa ataupun yang
Sebab
waktu yang ditunggu-tunggu.
Saya memandangkan hadiah tu.
Okey.
iPhone.
Berapa orang pemenang?
Satu pemenang.
So kena cepatlah.
Tapi
Okey.
jangan tak mencuba sebab 30 pemenang selepas tu kita bagi voucher lagi.
RM50
daripada Big2 Bazaar.
Okey,
Alright.
soalan ni. Okey. What does Avancer do? What does Avancer do?
Apa tu?
Right. So A, restaurant.
Betul.
Okey.
Satu
Dan
lagi?
B, remote working technology.
Mana satu yang betul? Dia buat apa sebenarnya?
So Avancer tadi one of the
Betul.
speaker tadi. Alright. So Avancer, so anda boleh tengok apakah yang dibuat oleh Avancer.
Ya, sekiranya anda betul-betul tengok live tadi, anda akan tahu punya. Anda akan dapat jawab punya soalan ni. Soalan cukup senang.
Okey, dan jangan lupa jawapan anda mesti dihantar ke 0109164347 beserta nama penuh anda.
Betul.
Okey, nama Facebook anda dan juga email
address anda.
Okey, pemenang akan memenangi iPhone 12 Pro Max.
Ya.
Yang mana pemenang hanyalah seorang yang kita.
Seorang sahaja. Cepat sekarang lumba-lumba. Alright.
Okey. Kita pun tak sabar nak umumkan, tapi nama-nama ini akan
pemenang
diumumkan.
akan diumumkan bila
pada
hari Isnin nanti. Baru dekat ni lah. Isnin ni dia akan umumkan nama pemenang.
Anda kena check lah.
Kena check lah.
Nama pemenang akan diumumkan di FB page Malaysian Property.
Macam minggu lepas dah ada, boleh nampak sana pemenang dia.
Yes. Alright. So jangan tunggu lagi lah.
Betul.
Okey.
Right.
Okey. So mungkin itu saja Ustaz untuk kali ini.
Betul.
Kita akan bersiaran lagi untuk akan datang.
Alright.
So good luck for all the participants yang tanya soalan, yang jawab
soalan.
Okey. Alright. So kita akan jumpa lagi di lain masa dan waktu. Kita kembali kepada Azlan di pentas. Terima kasih.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, thank you so much, Big2 Bazaar. But don't forget to give a thumbs up now, okay? And like this session, give a big heart to us. So, okay, once again, okay, you don't forget to like and share this talk show in FB. Okay, so once again, okay, a huge thank you to both panelists and all viewers, okay, for being online with us today. Okay, so let's all take a break, okay, to celebrate a Chinese New Year next week. Yeah, so by the way, stay safe. Okay, don't forget to have a social distancing, okay, while you have the Chinese New Year celebration with your family, okay, because in this time around, in this pandemic, we need to take care of ourselves and our family, our loved one. Okay, so the Malaysian Property Visual Talk Show Series Season 2, okay, will be right back after CNY, okay, on Saturday, February 20th at 3 p.m. Okay, so once again, I will wish you, okay, happy Chinese New Year in advance. Gong Si Pat Chai.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year to all of you.
Thank you.